There's an increase in the get-rich-quick schemes where syndicates take out funeral insurance on people they subsequently kill. This is in order to submit a claim. Now, life insurers, they are worried about fraud. The investigations that are ongoing revealing that these syndicates were involved in over 60 cases of fraud involving funeral policies in the past year. Let's get more on this story, and we are joined by the convener of the Forensics Standing Committee at the Association of Savings and Investment South Africa, Megan Naidu, who talks to us from his offices in Cape Town. Mr. Naidu, thank you Govender, thank you very much for your time. Apologies there, I'm not sure where I'm getting the Naidu from. Talk to us about where this practice is prevalent. The intimations are that the Eastern Cape is rife with such cases.
Good morning, Xoli, and to your listeners. Yes, we've seen an increase in KZN and the Eastern Cape, particularly over the last year. Just a number of cases coming in through where unnatural death is the cause of death for the submission on the funeral claims.
And the kind of policies that are the clear target for these syndicates. I'm told that it is funeral policies at large. Why is that the case? Why are they such easy pickings for these criminals?
It's the nature of the product itself. It's quite easy to obtain a funeral policy compared to a life policy, where the requirements are much more stringent. You need to complete a medical questionnaire. In some instances, you have to go for additional tests, blood tests, if there's any disclosures. There's a whole lot of underwriting that happens with our life policies. So whereas the funeral policies, it's, if you have the personal details of the people that you want to cover, it's quite easy to add them onto the policies and also misrepresent the relationship that you have with that person that you're covering.
Yeah, and what about law enforcement? Because these obviously would be seen as unnatural deaths, because clearly there have been many people who have been killed in order for insurance policies to pay out. What kind of work is being done in that space?
So where we've identified that we can see, that there's a perpetrator behind that has benefited from the death, we've registered criminal cases with SAPS, and we actively pursuing those cases with them. In some instances, we've been working with some of the investigating officers in some smaller towns in the Eastern Cape, for example, where what started out as a simple investigation on our part results in us identifying that there are actually, more cases that they're sitting with where, someone's been shot and there's no trace of the reason for the killing and so forth. So we're working with them, together with taking our cases that we have, working with them to get information on their unresolved killings that they have and see, whether there's a link between the killing and either a life policy or a funeral policy. So it's a collaboration between us and the investigating authorities to get to the bottom of, who's behind these murders and together with these fraudulent claims.